I'm Sarah. If you're new here, hello, please subscribe to me. I post almost every week. I've been very busy at my internship, but I am not here to talk about my busy work schedule. I'm here to talk about my tape-in extension horror story. So as you guys know, I have tape-in hair extensions, and I actually posted a vlog. I think it was like a pampering day vlog or something. So if you saw the video about me getting tape-ins, I did talk about how I really liked them that far. It was just about a week in, and I was like, my God, I love them. They're amazing. And like, even when you try to like kind of like show them, like right here, they're not like too noticeable. Like they're noticeable, but not like some people like have clip-ins and they just look like. Okay, so I guess I will start. Ignore this strip of light. I'm sitting right in front of a window. I'm not using my Canon G7X. It's a completely different setup, but we gotta get into this. So, I'm sitting at work, just sitting on my desk, playing with my hair like I always do, and then I feel something. I go to the back of my hair, and I feel a loofah. If you guys know what a loofah is, I basically felt a loofah made out of my hair. And I was like, oh hell no, like trying to get that little knot out. I'm like, oh, I wonder how like the knot got there, like whatever, it'll go away. Let me just run my fingers through. And then I noticed at the core of the knot, there's a little something, like it seems like there's a huge knot of hair or something in the middle. I kind of start freaking out and I text my hairstylist. I'm like, dude, I feel something, like it feels like my hair is dreading in the back of my head. What do I do? So she tells me use rubbing alcohol, and she just like sent me a YouTube video and she's like, just take that one out. It needs to be taken out. And she's a little far, and from where I work and with traffic, it just would have been impossible to get to her. It's not like a life or death situation. I just like really did not want my hair to be dreading in the back of my head. Like, oh hell no. So then I go home. I run to my hairbrush and I try to brush it out. It is so painful. It is not a knot that you can just gently brush out. So I go to my sister. I'm like, okay, you need to get rubbing alcohol and take these damn extensions out because my hair is literally dreading behind my head. And she's like, what the hell? Okay, first of all, don't use rubbing alcohol because it feels like, okay, her claw's stuck in my, all right. Don't use that rubbing alcohol. Like, are you trying to dry out your hair? Like, my hair's a little dry already because I bleach it so much. So we tried baby oil and the extensions come out very, very easily. So that's another tip for if you're trying to remove your hair extensions, baby oil. Your hair will just end up being very oily. So it'll take like 2-3 washes for the baby oil to completely come out. After we remove that tape-in extension, my sister's helping me to brush out the huge knot that somehow formed in the back of my head. And it literally feels like a dread and a knot, and just like, it just did not feel good. So we're trying to brush it out. It's almost impossible. We're going at it. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. We're just going at that big knot. And I know my sister was so tired. Tanya, I know you're watching this. Thank you so much for helping me with my knots. So this is some actual footage of me suffering internally because of the knots that were being brushed out by my sister. And this is a closer look at the knot with a whole bunch of baby oil and leave-in conditioner, and you can probably kind of even see some glue from the tape-ins. Anyways, we end up we try to like pull hairs out so that way at least like if I end up having to cut my hair, that we don't have to cut that much out. Like we're just trying to take out pieces of hair from the knot, like trying to uncover like, okay, what's in this knot? Like literally uncovering hair. And keep in mind the piece, like the chunk of hair was like about this big. So if I take out my hair extensions and I remove this much hair, like your girl already kind of looks bald without any tape-in extensions or any extensions at all. But having this cut out, we end up trying to like use extra baby oil and like 8-in-1 like conditioning products, like crazy amount of stuff, just trying to get like the glue to loosen or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure it was glue in the center of the knots. And one of the knots was just so big that unfortunately we had to cut a chunk out to insert picture. Keep in mind that after we took the extensions out, a lot of my hair was also coming out because I'm pretty sure when I'd brush, sometimes my hair would like get stuck in the tape and then I'd break the hair, and so there's hair coming out that way. And then whenever I was like pulling on the knot, and it's all my hair, the tape-in's already out. Whenever I'm pulling on my hair that's all knotted out, just like pulling like the strands apart, hair would be all over me and my sister's fingers. And I just wanted to cry the entire time, seeing my hair just shedding and falling out, and seeing that I had to probably cut out a huge chunk of hair. And it got worse. I start feeling around, just like, okay, one of them got all dreaded. Let me just check the other ones, make sure everything's okay. And I find more. And I find more and more. And they're all like at the bottom, like they're here, like at the crown. Is this called the crown of my head? No, because the crown would be up here, right? They're all at the bottom. So I ended up taking out, instead of just one little thingy of extensions, I think I took out 4 or maybe 5. I took out 4 or 5 and I was just brushing and brushing. And while doing this, frantically texting my hairstylist like, Lord help me, my hair is gonna be chopped off. Go back to brown. And I think she was busy, so she ended up texting me like after my whole freak out session, telling me like, oh my God, like just come over, like I'll do it for you, like I'll help you. But I just ended up texting her, I'm sorry, I was like completely freaking out. Even though I wanted to cry for like an hour straight, I'm literally just combing through my hair for like 2 hours, knot after knot, like it never ends. My hair is full of baby oil. I'm so uncomfortable, but I'm okay. So I should honestly even enter like a screenshot of just like how many texts I was texting her about like how freaked out I am. So that's basically the whole horror story. There's no exact solution yet. I have yet to go back to the salon. She said she's gonna do this treatment for me that will help soften my hair and release any glue that was from the tape. I have adult friends who have tried other methods of extensions and they say that tape-ins are their favorite and their most preferred method. Okay, so let's talk extensions a little bit. Installation is super simple. To kind of go over them a little bit again, it's $200 for removal and installation, and she also dyed mine, so it costed a little extra for her to dye my hair extensions to match completely my roots. Like she kind of dyed I don't know if you guys can tell, but the top is a little darker than the bottom because that's just how my natural hair looks. Brushing is super simple. I always brush from the bottom and I go up. And see, right now I'm literally just brushing with the brush on my scalp and I don't feel a dang thing. So overall, brushing is easy and I try to be very gentle when I'm out of the shower and focus more of my brushing for after my hair is drying, because I know that your hair is the most sensitive. I know there's another word for it, but I can't think of it. If I could think of it, I'll write it, I'll put it right here. It's the most sensitive when it's wet. I would say that if the installation is expensive for you, you can always have your friend help you do it. You have to be very careful where you put the hair extensions. Like, of course, nowhere near where you split your hair, so down the middle or anything. I also highly recommend you getting it done by a professional who knows exactly where to put them, how many to put, etc. The last point I'll make before I go is, just try something new. If you want to try tape-ins, try tape-ins. Just take my advice and don't leave them in too long, like 8 weeks, up to 8 weeks max. If you want to try, I know there's like beaded extensions, there's sew-ins, there's a lot. And I know that there's just clip-ins. You might as well try clip-ins. I know there's like those halo ones. It's like literally a piece of string and there's just hair on it. All right, thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you hopefully next week. Bye.